If you visit the Stations of the Cross installation at Ignatius Centre for Spirituality in Guelph, Ontario, you begin with the first station, Stations of the Cosmos.
Thomas Berry, Passionist priest and cultural historian, argues that our culture needs a new story to guide it into a less destructive ecological age. The Stations of the Cosmos tell such a story by way of a spiral meditative walk, a spiral representing the entire 13.7 billion years of our cosmic and evolutionary journey, is laid out on the ground. Major milestones are marked at a proportionate distance along the length of the spiral. Each station presents key points in the universe's timeline, alongside beautiful photographs, many of them taken on this property, that celebrate God's magnificence as revealed in creation. The first station, located near the very center of the spiral, represents the flaring forth of the universe itself. Adjacent to this walk are stations depicting traditional and ecological stations of the cross, as well as the emergence of major world religions. As John Paul II once wrote, "We are here as representatives of different religions, to bear witness to our shared longing for a world of greater justice and solidarity. That includes justice for Earth and solidarity with the whole of creation. The world is charged with the grandeur of God." A quote from Gerard Manley Hopkins. It takes a universe to make a child, both in outer form and inner spirit. It takes a universe to educate a child, a universe to fulfill a child. Quote from Thomas Berry.
As a sister of service, as I've entered more deeply into eco-spirituality, it's just opened up for me a whole other way of understanding service. The nature of all of creation is to be part of the web of life, living in an interconnectedness, all contributing to the life and good of others. So there's this ongoing cycle of service to each other. That's just built in to creation. And this is God's vision of the earth and the universe community of service and love. And that's who God is, this giver, so that there can be love in return, service, and it goes back and forth and around through everything in creation. And that's really that interweaving of love and service that we reflect then as sisters of service. In my Catholic tradition, we have been blessed to have as our spiritual leaders Pope Francis and now Pope Leo XIV, filled with a deep personal commitment to address climate change and calling all peoples to a transformation of heart and relationship to the earth, which lovingly feeds and supports our lives. Since his first communication in 2015, Pope Francis was deeply concerned that humanity had not done enough to love and protect the earth. And all of this was resulting in an ever worsening climate crisis. In 2023, he communicated again in powerful words to all people of goodwill. Pope Francis says, only multilateralism from below, that is, activism and civil society, will pressure the powerful to make multilateral agreements between states. He spoke constantly about the need to respect scientific experts, telling us to reduce the impact of fossil fuels. And Pope Leo now echoes that call to all leaders. Our gathering today reflects the presence of a multilateralism from below, expressing our lack of faith in fossil fuels and our opposition to pipelines, which, once again, will disrespect the rights and voices of Indigenous peoples and be destructive to the future life of the earth. We pray with Pope Francis, bring healing to our lives, that we may protect the world and not prey on it, that we may sow beauty, not pollution and destruction, that we may touch the hearts of those who look only for gain at the expense of the poor and the earth. Encourage us, we pray, in our struggle for justice, love, and peace. The Sisters of Service from the beginning were always open to everyone. And when Catherine Donnelly founded the community, she chose to work in public school system because she wanted to be available to the broad range of people. And part of her vision was to meet people of certainly other Christian faiths. But she would have been open, as Canada has evolved with different kinds of immigrants and refugees, she would have been open to people of all faiths. Catherine Donnelly was always very close to creation. Her relationship with creation was very essential in her life.
Sister Donnelly's gift was a holistic approach to life and mission. Blessed with a profound understanding of people's spiritual, social, and cultural needs, she conceived and implemented new ways of being church where the church was not present. Canadians of all religious affiliations mourned when she died in St. Catharines, Ontario, at the age of 99.
Catherine Donnelly would have fit so well in this world of today where we're realizing just how critical the relationship with creation is, and relationships in general, that healing of relationships, living in right relationship. And that really was the whole message of Christ, is to heal, to bring into wholeness the whole of creation. Healing can never just be solitary. It's not just ever about my healing. It's about our healing, and not only the healing of other human persons, but the healing of the whole universe, the whole of creation.